Hello and welcome to these Battlegrounds. I'm Bobby B, and today we'll be looking at the GIJoe Classified Series Wetsuit. Now this is kind of a, I guess, retro-inspired version, and Ace is here as well. I'm sorry, I forgot to introduce you. So Ace will be joining us as well, so just bear with us as she can be pretty critical over things. And she currently has CoverGirl Sledgehammer, so we're trying not to tip that over. But anyways, GIJoe Classified Series Wetsuit. They went with his I guess classic look. Not the wetsuit I had, but definitely when I think of a GIJoe diver, I think of wetsuit. So let's dive in and take a look. It's gonna be number 179 in the line. We got our carbon fiber-ish packaging, GIJoe wetsuit. So no full name or anything like that. Classified series. There's your QR code. Probably doesn't take you to a website still. It's been years. It's been like 3 or 4 years now at this point. But there's all his attributes. There's the UPC if you want to pause it, screenshot it, take it to your local store. And there's your artwork. So just not a whole lot going on there. As far as the back, we get him in, I guess, kind of action. We got some sharks swimming in the background. We got it looks like a sunken wooden ship. You have a Captain America shield, yeah. No Easter eggs. I feel like there haven't been any Easter eggs in the last couple waves. We got a close-up of his face, close-up of his sea sled, and the backpack. So, and it looks like it tells you that it connects into the backpack. So that's pretty good because I did not know that. And this is going to be made in China. So we'll get that out of the way. Excuse me, Ace. We'll grab that. As far as accessory goes, we got some new flippers, finally. This time they got a big spike, so I'm sure we'll see, was it Hydro Viper? Is that his name? Or we're definitely see these again in the not too distant future. They are labeled left and right. They're gonna be that, I guess, tealish blue color. However, on the black, it is pretty dark compared to him, or more flatter color. Got a little bit of texture on the bottom. They got the hole in them for the foot pegs. Get those out of the way. We got our backpack, orange backpack with some black paint apps. We got our 2 ports for the hoses. Got a handle piece. We got some hosing detail going on over here. There's that port for the bottom. And then we have a new backpack attachment system, kind of like we saw with the firefighter. However, it's different. It's more than just the single peg. It's a little bit extra. So as far as the sea sled goes, got some black on the engines, black on the front, black on the fins. We got some propellers sculpted in the background. It's a little on the flimsy side. And here's that peg that the picture shows coming out. So we'll see if we can just, no, maybe. Try to do this off camera so don't send everything flying. All right, took a little bit of working, but we got it. So there it is all attached. As far as going into his back, I guess it would just be kind of upside down hanging there. So you can't really just be shooting him down, I guess. Down or backwards. But I mean, it's on there. Let's see if we can, how easy it is to get off. There we go. Nice little pop. So took a little bit, but it got just a little bit of work and pressure, but I got it on. Let's see if I can get it back on camera now. There we go. So there's the sea sled. We'll get them all geared up here towards the end. The backpack. We get his light. Now I had the Joe vs. Cobra wetsuit. He's one of my earlier Joes with the Cobra Moray figure. Joe vs. Cobra one with all the tubes and everything. He did have the light. I think the light is like a lot of Joe. I feel like a lot of Joe divers came with the light, but that could be mistaken. So it's pretty fun. We got the wristlet. We got some silver on the where the light portion would actually be. A little bit of black, and then the rest is obviously that accessory orange for wetsuit. We got this black knife, which I don't believe we've seen before. All black, not a whole lot else going on. A little bit of sculpting there with the eyelet and everything. So we'll take a look at that. And then we have this underwater pistol. So something like a Nintendo Zapper. However, I know it's based off a real weapon used that can fire underwater. So glad they gave our boy a weapon. And then reading his file card and everything, he's he's kind of a badass, but he just doesn't, you know, he's in teal, he's got the orange, he doesn't come with any weapons. And I apologize, Ace has a creepy bunny that she likes to call the Funny Bunny, and it sings Jesus Loves Me song or something like that. It's very very on the creepy side. Anyways, back to Wetsuit. All his like file cards and everything he's always played up to be kind of like a badass. However, he just never came with any weapons. I mean, when we're talking classified, I wish we got the Mission Brazil 2, what do you want to call it, land gear wetsuit, you know, with like the BDUs and stuff, and I think that would have been great, but we got our classic look, which I think he pulls off. So continue with our accessories. Obviously we have our dive mask. We got some lights on the top, some silver, some of that teal around the goggles, black on the face mask, the rest is orange, and some sculpt work going all around it. So we'll have to get him geared up here in a bit. Looking at our man himself, I'm liking the portrait. He looks tough. I'm here for it. We got some web gear going on. We got some gray web gear, some black details, some black pouches. We got his little flying shark logo. Some white stripes. I think they said this is a whole new build as I'm looking at a recon diver over here to compare it, and it's looking like it is. So got a little more beef to him than the torpedo buck we've seen 1,000 times. But he can look down that much. As far as a diver, can he look up? Slightly. So you can get him in some swimming poses. As far as T-pose, we have our T-pose, and Ace is getting out a bunch of pool noodles. Bicep cut, double jointed pinless elbows. Gonna get you some bend in there. We got our ab crunch instead of the diaphragm cut, and that web gear does not interfere, so. And the belt looks like it's gonna be separate from the diaper piece, which it is. We got a floating belt, drop leg holster, drop down hips, get your splits. They can go up that much, back that much. We have our thigh cut, and then we have our double jointed pinless knees. And then we got our, ooh, it breaks up the sculpt a little bit. Yikes. Our boot cut, shin cut, whatever you want to call it. And then we got our ankle rocker rotation. So the usual stuff. Checking out, we got our 550 cord bracelet, maybe. This one has Ace changes the lights. This one's just braided. There is no buckle like we've seen in the other 550 cord bracelets. Then we got a watch with almost like a 550 cord strap going on in this one, except there's no watch face. So definitely seeing some different pieces there. I like how the zippers open on the neck piece. So that's pretty. Pretty solid right there. Not a whole lot else going on the back, and that looks like it's going to be it. So let's get our board geared up, see how this all fits. Wonder how this new. So there's pegs in the web gear. I wonder if that's going to be an issue. Trying to line the web gear up. Thank you. Yeah, those are hands. Thank you. Like it sinks in pretty well. I don't understand the purpose to that exactly, because I can't really get this one to go in any further. But I mean, it's on there. It comes out of the web gear though, but it's like it doesn't lock into the web gear. It just kind of fits into the web gear. But grab the pistol, drop it in that holster. Grab the knife sheath in the opposite leg. Good little leather detailing on those. Flippers are labeled left and right. Hydro Viper, is that who comes with those? And of course the mask. I feel like the mask is a little bit on the loose side since you can see all that movement of it going around in his head. But you can get it lined up and keep it lined up. Of course, we have his light and his sea sled. Those are some pretty big handles. His hand's pretty soft. What are you getting into? Oh, that's the look of mischievousness. I feel like his hands are really small, especially trying to hold this. It took me a little bit to work it in there, but once I got it in, it popped out a few times. But I mean, he can... Oh, there it goes again. So it's a pain. I feel like his hands are kind of on the tiny side. They are soft enough to try to work over to get over. It just took a little bit of time. But I mean, he can do it. It can be done. As far as getting this pegged in while he's standing all geared up. There you have it. So here's Wetsuit. Let's get some size comparisons going on. Of course, we got our retro Cobra Viper. Adjust my camera here for you guys. We got our Recon Diver, the other buck, the other diver buck, if you would. And we have our boy Leatherneck, who's appeared in many Sunbow episodes with him. So there you have it, your G.I. Joe Classified Series Wetsuit. You a fan, skipping out on them. You were hoping for a more Mission Brazil 2 / classified update. You like the retro look? Let me know in the comments below. Till next time, load up, grab your kits. See you on the battlegrounds.